Hello and welcome. Welcome today. Let's talk about Resident Evil Remedium, the Netflix show that been released this Thursday, 3 days ago. I did manage to watch it fully, and yeah, that's why I want to talk because people dogpile shit on it, and it deserves, well, partially, it deserves a little bit. Uh, you know, problem with shows, movies about zombies is that there is never enough zombies and too much drama. Too much drama between living. But the Remedium did one thing really bad. There was barely any zombie. There was barely any horror aspect because when zombies showed up, they weren't scary. They weren't scary. Whatever. I mean, whatsoever. They just no. They were there like a, no. They looked like people diseased, like sick, really sick people, like leprechaun or something. And yeah, hey, I'm the one who can judge it because I'm wearing the mask because my face is fucked up. But hey, no, let's go back to subject. So yeah, zombies, not so cool. They did manage to put some fun fiction stuff. I mean, fun fiction, like the stuff we know from games, like Albert Wesker, the original. Lissa Trevor was surprisingly they recreate that. Ada Wong mentioned a big fucking crocodile. I have to admit, crocodile scene was fun, but the duality of the show was tiresome because yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it, relax, but there is scenes where you see the main character when she was a teenager and 20 years later, actually 20, yeah, it was 20 15 16 later years later, so pretty much the adulthood and teenaging stuff. So as you can imagine, teenager, rebellion, they're two sisters basically, and their father is Albert Wesker. And that's the plot basically. Umbrella working on magical medicine, and the teenagers lived in our regular world, while the adulthood of main characters was post-apocalyptic after the T virus, explode everywhere and just turn most people into zombies. Problem is, and I can, yeah, I'll spoil it. Through the whole show, they didn't show the scene where it actually happened. The T virus ran out, out of control. It was just teaser. A tyrant, like it infected person, let's call it infected person, like got out. But that's it. There was no like massacre on streets, nothing. So that's another part. If you do post-apocalyptic scene, show us what the fuck happened. So yeah, this zombies, there was a liquor. There was a bunch of liquors. Really nicely. There are things from a game that we all know and love, but nah, story-wise, I mean, story was okay. It was just a bit boring because it was dragging story too long, not enough action. What I really liked in when I was teenager, the shows like, let's say, Buffy Vampire Slayer. It was when I was teenager. Or Stargate, A-Team when I was a kid, actually. But each episode of series had like a little bit drama, lots of action. Let's say it was balanced. Action, drama, story, some other stuff. My wife started to rewatch X-Files on Disney Plus, and it's way better build up each fucking episode than this. I mean, hey, Netflix did it right with the with all this crap that Netflix do, like a walk, society, and specific different race people. I mean, I'm not getting into it because it's gonna happen in every Netflix show. Fine. Evelyn character, which was a big baddie, played by Paola Nunes, if I recall correctly, was great. She was great. I love it. I love it when she smiles so, brightly, because it was the smile, her face was like showing a little bit maniac, insane, evil bitch, everything. And she played excellent as a villain. While the main characters was lackluster, but it's not their fault. It's script fault. But yeah, main character is making so fucking many mistakes. It's unbelievable how many people, get fucked because of it. It's just terrible to watch at some point. But yeah, there are good things in this show. I don't want to say this show is terrible, don't watch it. No, watch it. But also say out loud, I don't know where Netflix actually reading comments from their users. Is there Reddit page or something? But I hope they will continue this show because, this show is better than not having anything. Hopefully season 2 will show us the virus exploding on the world and other stuff. If they all do, and probably they will, the duality again, then do it at least interesting, because mostly I was just fucking bored. And action, yeah, there was not enough action. Zombies weren't scary, they were boring. When they show up, they weren't threat whatsoever. And yeah, just no. So please, Netflix, make a season 2, but make it fucking better. And yeah, learn from the series that were back in the day. I mean, each episode was separated. Maybe that's why it was really equal with everything in balance. But I don't know. It drags story too much. That's what I didn't like about The Walking Dead. Too much The Walking, not enough Dead. Basically, Fear of the Walking Dead was even worse when fucking Morgan joined there. I hate Morgan character because it was dramatic, boring, and annoying whatsoever. And yeah, it's basically more zombies, more survival horror aspect. Yeah, you can give us some characters from game. It's all good. I don't really mind. But for fuck's sake, stop with this teenage drama. I don't know who was the audience target by this series, but this year this year or last year? No, this year Netflix made there was a Korean Netflix show, All of Us Are Dead. They had zombies and super zombies that were humans. Okay, that aspect was bullshit. But had fuckloads of bloodshed, fuckloads of good things, because it was scary jump. I mean, Resident Evil Remedium, it didn't even have jump scares, nothing. So it wasn't scary. No, it wasn't just scary. So All of Us Are Dead shows how good can be a modern zombie show. But Kingdom, the zombie show, also Korean, is so fucking good. So if you want to watch good show, go Kingdom. It's Netflix show also, or All of Us Dead. It's just way interesting. There's less drama than in Resident Evil Remedium or even The Walking Dead. I know The Walking Dead is a massive success. I did like it first few seasons. After all, I started to lose interest because it was just getting out of hand, and it's like Supernatural. They tried to come out with another crazy idea, and Supernatural did it fucking brilliant. Okay, Supernatural is yeah. That's how you should like make a series. Drag it for 15 seasons. You pack each season with lots of weird stuff, and it works. So I won't like give you a score, but if you're interested in some story, a little bit mixed with some, let's say, canon Resident Evil stuff, because no, this series is not canon, but it takes from canon. And if you're interested in some zombie aspects, if you like zombie show, there is not that many of them, so yeah, just watch it. If you have Netflix, it won't hurt you. You can play it in the background, to be honest, because it's... Yeah, I did like photoshopping pictures, or I mean editing, photo editing, or I was just eating, I cleaning, because the dialogues were just boring as fuck. So I want to give you honest opinions, so you're not like, oh Snake, you suck ass. Resident Evil Remedium isn't great, isn't even wonderful. I mean, no, it's mediocre. But when it comes to Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City was such a disaster, and it had things packed from a game, and was even worse than Resident Evil Remedium, honestly. Welcome to Raccoon City was way worse than this series. And Alice, Resident Evils, they had lots of action. But when each movie was eating previous one and deleting basically whole previous movies, it was just out of hand. So I think Resident Evil Remedium by Netflix is better than anything that was made in Resident Evil genre by movie creators or cinematography. So it's best, but it's still bad. So there you have it. Watch it on your own risk, but let's hope they'll make season 2, because yeah, if Netflix cancel it, then we'll stay with nothing. At least we have something to complain about, to like shit on something, and it's better than what was made so far. And Kingdom is like superior zombie show. That's how you should make zombie shows. They're scary as fuck, and a threat is serious. You can feel it. So yeah, that's it from here. Take care, and good luck with Remedium.